What is happening, YouTube? It's a Tuesday evening. We were down by 18 points against the Portland Trailblazers. So, what happened throughout the whole entire game? First half, first quarter, it was competitive. Second quarter, it was still competitive. Third quarter, the Blazers just started to balloon some leads. Jeremy Grant turned to Kawhi Leonard briefly. I mean, he's actually on a road this year. He's definitely he definitely took a huge leap, and Anthony Simons was just murdering it, dropped 37 points. And fourth quarter, I told you, I fucking told y'all, I told y'all he should be playing minutes. While people were talking about trading for Jared Vanderbilt, Miles Turner, and I don't know, whoever the heck y'all be wanting to trade for, I was just saying, no, just play him. Just play Moussa Diabate. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. Moussa is him. As soon as he stepped on the floor, and he just played one quarter, he led a comeback. Well, he pretty much impacted. Alright, he played tremendous defense. He is switchable. He got rebounds. He he got lots of putbacks. His stats didn't look too exciting, so anyone who's a box score fan, of course, they sleep on Moussa Diabate, but that man set so many good screens. He caused players to be open. He moved the ball pretty well. And Ty Lue is coaching actually pretty good. Ty Lue. Ty Lue. This is one of the best coaching games you ever did because you actually played him. And it's pretty shameful that it had to take a lot of injuries just to give this man a chance. He should have been playing since day one. Since day one. We would have been first seed if this guy was playing. It's just disgusting how he wasn't playing. Zubac was the only legit center. And people who when I came to stumble with about people wanting to trade for backup big rather than play Moussa Diabate, they had no legit arguments. No legit arguments on why he shouldn't be playing. The only argument I just hear is he's a rookie. That's the only argument. I hear no legit reason. They either just exaggerated his flaws, which he barely has any flaws. If you really want to be so nitpicky, yeah, he can't shoot threes yet, but that's not enough to make him a liability. I mean, I will take him over Miles Turner any second of the existence. And no, this is not me being caught in the moment. I've been saying that since day one. Me and Clipset Gremlin, we were pushing this. We were pushing this from day one, and look at what happened. Look what happened. But anyways, let's get into these stats. Oh my goodness. Marcus Morris, he had a really abysmal night. He was 3 for 13, 0 for 5. He definitely tried his effort on defense, which I respect. He even got a block, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. It's definitely his off night, but at the same time, we're not gonna bash him. Of course we're gonna hold him accountable, but hopefully, and I'm pretty confident next game he's probably gonna bounce back. Let me know what you think about Marcus Morris. Y'all think he's gonna bounce back, or is he gonna be on the cold streak? Let me know. But hopefully, and I'm sure he can step it up because he bailed us out in so many other games. So definitely I'm not gonna overreact over a really abysmal night. Ivica Zubac, he played pretty solid. He got a good double-double, 12 points, 13 rebounds, His post move was amazing. He even got 2 steals, that is so rare for a guy like Zubac to get. And Reggie Jackson, he had a lot of shots, but he definitely scored a lot of points. 12 assists too, which is amazing. He played real good. Like he got like, and almost that was a near triple double too. He played like Mr. June. I love it. I love to see it. Terrence Mann, he played pretty good defense as well too. He would definitely kind of like pester a lot of defenders. I mean, lots of offensive players will cause him to miss shots. He got 5 rebounds, that's what we know Terrence Mann for. He brought the energy. Amir Coffey, eh, he wasn't too crazy, but he was definitely not too much of a liability. He was pretty solid. Nick Batum, he was solid. He got 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and he didn't score much, but he did. He definitely did contribute on defense. Robert Covington, his offense was going 3 for 4 from 3, and he played pretty good defense. I'm gonna save the best for last. All right. So Jason Preston, he got some burns. He made a 3, but he kind of he's like he's one of those who won't really do too much. Like he's not the type who would definitely like cross you up and get a basket and all that. He's good with playmaking the ball. He's not one of the guys that would do too much. So it's really good. So he has a high floor. But at the same time, it's not good to a certain extent because Preston just, I mean, in his G League games, he seemed pretty good. He definitely got assists and rebounds, and he has a good flow game. But pretty much, he's one of the more reserved players. Like I would not see Preston as. I mean, I don't know. Just let me know what you think about Jason Preston. However, I don't like to try to just put down on a player, but Jason Preston, he's I don't know. He's one of those that like I'm gonna praise him, but at the same time, just kind of like put my objective opinion on Preston too. He's one of those that could be fit into any type of role. To be honest, he's definitely. I would honestly kind of would have him as a 6 man because he's not one of those who would just be, oh, I'm gonna get 20 points this night and I'm gonna just throw all the flashy dimes. But at the same time, he's definitely not a liability that he would turn the ball over or be a cone on defense. He's actually a pretty good defender, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, he went 100% from the 3. He got 1 assist. And it was interesting to see him get some burns. Moses Brown. Yeah, he didn't do too much. Moses Brown, he has some good flashes of being a good player. I was one of the first few who definitely tried to show love to him when people were kind of like doubting him a lot. And I could respect that because Moses Brown he's more of a 2000s big, but at the same time, he's pretty frail to a certain extent. And I'm just not a fan of the way how he would set screens because it's not really a screen. Like 70, actually, nah, that's just exaggerating. 55% of the time, it's not like a legit screen like how Zubac or Diabate would do. It's just a soft screen. But he could definitely be a rotational player down the line. I'll be lying to you if I said he won't be, but I would definitely not have him as a backup big over Moussa Diabate though. But who knows? Maybe some other teams could try to take advantage and get him, or just Have him play more in the G League instead. Norman Powell. He had a really great scoring night. 32 points, 4 rebounds, and he was dead efficient. Extremely efficient walking bucket. He was just cooking. Now, my homie Clipset Gremlin, he texted me that Norman Powell is the key to win the championship, and I could definitely agree with that. However, I'm gonna just kind of like add to it. I think Norman Powell could really be successful for the Clippers in so many other ways. It's either A, we keep him and he could definitely be our spark plug from the bench, or B, it's gonna be a really bold take, but his trade value is skyrocketing to the roof, and we could just find a team that's in no man's land, and we could milk as many first round picks as possible, like create like a farm for our future, because let's be real, there's another guy sitting on the bench just like Diabate, and it's Brandon Boston Jr. But either way, regardless of what we do to Norman Powell, you can't really go wrong with it as long as you don't trade him for for something garbage or for like a overhyped big name. But nevertheless, he did amazing. He did amazing, and I bet a lot of teams they're gonna try to take a jab at Norman Powell. I could see that they could, but it's pretty good he went off. Now, the man, the myth, the legend, Moose, tremendous rebounder, really great defender. Jeez, this is amazing. Plus 19. He only played the fourth quarter. Imagine if he played the whole entire game. Easy double-double. He'd be getting something like 13 rebounds and 10 points. He's a really, really good, agile athlete. And he got a steal too. He's pretty much a 6'10 center that is like a damn guard. It's crime against humanity that Tyronn Lue didn't play him since the beginning of the season, but late is better than never. But still, should have been playing him, Ty Lue. We would have been easily, instead of 13-9, we would have been something like, here, let me try to do the math properly. We would have been like 19-3, if we're being honest with you. Because Moose, a lot of games we lost, Moose would have been the guy who brought the energy. Every time when Zubac is off the bench, when he's on the bench, Moussa should be playing. And even when Zubac is playing, Moussa should still be playing. And we should either bench Morris, Covington, or Batum, or any power forward. Doesn't matter, but we should be prioritizing trying to get Moussa at least 25 minutes. That's the goal. Tyronn Lue, if you do that, you're officially, you take the cake as one of the best coaches in the league. Because Ty Lue, for the past 3 weeks prior to this game, you made me really disappointed by not playing this man, Moussa Diabate. Let's be real. He should be playing on the floor. But, man, let me know what y'all think about this game. I just want to say this again. I told y'all so. Now, shout out to all the people who supported Moussa Diabate from the start. I'm going to try to shout out as many people as I can. Obviously, Clipset Gremlin, he definitely showed a lot of Moussa love. Shout out to my boy Cortez TTD. Shout out to you especially. Who else? I know there were so many other Moussa supporters. Shout out to Joey Lynn. He's been supporting Moussa Diabate via Twitter, and or as YouTube's, he's known as Clips Convos. Shout out to, I believe, Sevlo02. I think that's your name. My bad, but shout out to everybody who supports Moussa Diabate from the start. I've told you. I told y'all. But man, it feels so good. It feels so good to be a day one supporter. But anyways, good night everybody. Please comment down below so I could get with y'all in the comment section because this is amazing. This is amazing.